It's just an unbelievable game, and like my son mentioned it when he was talking, there is no clock out here. And there's some days it's the hardest thing to do to get 21 outs, but just the love of it. And I got that from my dad. And it's just something that I've tried to pass on to the guys here, and the kids know that. They know that I love the game. And some people have called me a baseball lifer. I don't know, maybe it is, maybe it's true, but the game's been so good to me, and in turn, you try to be good to the game. So.
Well, I played for him in '92 and '93, and a little bit of '91, but '92 and '93. And my team in '93, which was our senior year, we won the conference championship. It was his first conference championship. He was taught one way, he knows the right way, and he teaches it to every kid that comes through that dugout. Not every kid might embrace it, but the players that buy in to playing the game the right way, he gets the most out of them.
What a great baseball mind, but better than that, a great person. Looked up to him, been going to his games for forever. We have many conversations about baseball over the years, and then when I started coaching even more, he's helped me out tremendously, and I always look up to him, and always will. So I have a lot of respect for him, and I love him. So.
My dad passed away a couple of years ago. My son was a sophomore playing for Coach Wright. He's played for him for 4 years since he was a freshman, and it was in the middle of that season that my dad was passing, and he embraced my son, who was going through, that was his grandpa, and Coach Wright played with my dad. So, for him to put the game aside and, have a sideline prayer with my son as my dad was in the hospital while they were playing games, and also prayed with the team, that tells you what kind of coach, what kind of person that he is.
The countless hours he's come down here night and day in the gym in the winter. He always willing to put in the work when you ask him to. He's a huge mentor, and
if you ever want help with Coach, he always will say, sure, what time do you want to come down, or if you want to go in the gym and get extra swings, or even in the summer if you wanted to go work with him to get better, he'd always be there and show up to help. And he really coaches. He tries to have kids go and not just be, oh, we're here. He wants to have them play and fight.
We got to be hustling all the time.
Hustling, not swearing.
Not swearing, that's a good one.
Yeah. I don't know, he just teaches us to be better people.
He's a good person in this community. He helps, he does a lot of stuff with the school system, and he helps out with other sports, like for basketball. He does book, he does scoreboard and things like that, anywhere that you need him. He does chain gang at the football games. He's actually a pretty quiet guy. It isn't like you see him like crowd surfing, but you're like, hey, Brian's over. What's he doing? I take pictures of him when I see him, send them to him.
It's doing it the right way, and that's just something that I always preach. And no, we're not always going to get enough hits or whatever it may be. That's not because of trying, but those other little things we have control over, and we always talk about we can control two things: attitude and effort, and those are just two things that I try to preach each and every year.